Warning, the following podcast does have an explicit tag, and we would hate to disappoint it. You are listening to Not Another Atheist Podcast, the Ramble Without a Cause podcast that breaks down issues in the secular humanist community and tries each episode to push the limits of the explicit tag. I'm the polite Canadian Keith, and joining me as always is the New York born and bound bundle of attitude, Jen. Jen, thanks for joining me.
Yep, she's
here. We're sure?
She's here.
Yeah?
Sure is. Yeah. Don't fuck around today, asshole.
Just
don't.
That's what I do, though.
Today.
I mean, come on. Anyways. Okay, apparently Jen's not up for the witty banter that we try to open each show with, so I guess we'll just kind of dive headfirst right into this. Joining us tonight are two very special people whom I think Jen has probably spent more time with than I have.
I do. I talk to Lexi like every day, and I love it.
Joining us tonight from the Scenic City Skeptics. I hope I got that right because there's a lot of s in there, and that's I'm having trouble articulating now. It rattled my brain. Anyways, Brian and Lexi, welcome to the show.
Yay! Thank you.
Sorry, I don't have a soundboard where I can put in like applause, but I mean I can do that in the editing. Like that's no problem. It's just like right now I don't have access to it.
Oh,
that works.
We'll let it slide this time.
Oh, you are a good person.
I do what I can.
No. Where do we start? Well, let's talk a little bit about your guys' show, the Scenic City Skeptics, I think I said.
Yeah, let's talk about the show so people actually they're like, who the fuck are these people? And now you know we do.
Okay. Well.
Wait, real quick. Why does Lexi look like she's gonna stab Brian in the?
Well, I'm hearing bells, and I'm trying to figure out where it's coming from.
That's my cat playing with.
Oh, okay. I was like, how did these kids get a bell?
This over our episodes. You'll frequently hear this over the episodes. So we just try to ignore it.
I mean, we've got 7 kids downstairs, so
I wouldn't be surprised if they found a bell somewhere.
We can put up a little bit of bell.
Somebody fashioned together.
Wait. Do you guys need me to edit that out? Is that your confession to having a sweatshop in your basement? Because I'm totally cool hiding that. Like, that's fine.
No, it's okay.
Well, it depends. I mean, are we talking, like probably going to have some police knocking on our door if we leave it in, or you think we'll be fine?
Are you profiting off them?
I fucking wish.
Define profit.
Then it's just chores. You're fine.
Profit.
It's just chores. Then you're fine. It's just
then
chores.
You don't need to worry. You're fine.
We got 501c3 status.
Oh, well, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
It's a win-win.
Non-profit sweatshop.
Excellent. So, anyways, you guys do like a podcast or something, right?
Something like that. We do a live show on Wednesday nights at 9 Eastern. Never really had to pay too much attention actually about time zones. Everything was just relative to hours until we started doing this, and then we're talking to people in like different time zones and like on the other side of the country and shit.
I'm sorry.
Getting used to.
See, that's what's weird about like East Coast. East Coast stays in their time zone, and they're like fuck everybody else all the time, and it's the rest of the country that's trying to like catch up on par with everybody. East Coast is like, no, fuck you, it's our time. I don't give a shit.
I mean, that's pretty accurate. That's where it's at. But yeah, I mean, we do I don't know, kind of a variety show. We do a little bit of political stuff and like I don't know, science, social shit.
Rants.
Yeah, rants.
That's my specialty.
Yeah.
I need to spend more time listening to your guys' show.
Yeah, I think so. I think you should.
Well, I think pretty much everybody listens to it to hear Lexi. I mean, that's...
Oh my, that voice. How could you not? Like, I could listen to her talk like all day long. Like, just, I don't give a shit what you talk about. Talk to me about fucking worms. I don't care. Just.
Well, they live in the dirt, and they get eaten by birds.
It's like instant turn on. It's like All right, oh, this is gonna sound so fucked up, but like really hot Southern porn chicks that have that like super sexy. It's like that Southern.
Jen, I was literally
Fucking
just masturbating
phone
to
sex
like.
voice,
Come
and
on,
it's
I
awesome.
don't need to do this again. Like these poor people, this is their first time alone with us. They don't need to that.
Just keep it under the desk. I told you that. You freaked out the last time you did it.
The last episodes.
Well, fortunately, we're pretty hard to scare off.
Yeah. That's true.
I've tried. She doesn't scare easily at all.
So, so that's kind of what your show's about. What started it? How did you guys decide to come up with that?
Well,
Brian.
yeah. I mean, I started listening to a couple of different podcasts. I started out with like Cogdis and Scathing and
Yes.
Gam, and
I think Cogdis is like everybody's introduction.
oh yeah, yeah,
Podcast.
absolutely.
Mine was the Thinking Atheist.
Oh God, that man mouth sex
You're-
my ears all the time.
Better than me.
I like his, but I relate more to like the Cogdis and the Scathing.
Yeah, you're a
Gam
lot more
crew.
vulgar.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
dick jokes for Jesus. Come on.
Exactly. I mean, how can you go wrong with that?
Although.
Every day.
Lexi,
Every way.
I did hear you on the Thinking Atheist ones, and I was like a puddle for about 3 hours afterwards. Just the combination of both your voices. It was the sweetest thing ever.
It's that Eastern Tennessee, not in the holler accent. Because, like, holler accents, you're like, oh, my God, you have, like, 3 branches on your family tree.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And even less teeth than that.
Everybody shares the same
When you
teeth.
get into, like, more major cities in Eastern Tennessee, it's the most mellow Southern accent. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm pretty
You are very pretty.
pretty happy about that. Oh, thanks.
Sorry, there was a silence. I panicked. Anyways,
I panicked.
awkward compliments over now. Okay, so you guys, you've listened to this, and obviously you're sitting there thinking, well, if these fuckers can do it, why can't I? Because, you know.
Exactly.
Well, I didn't want to do it at first. I didn't want to do it at all.
Well,
and I was
okay.
like, because, shut up.
Your
Because
mom.
I was like, I don't want to do this because it's going to take up all my time and it's not going to be interesting and nothing's going to come out of it. And they talked me into it. So we did it, and then, I mean, it still wastes my time and takes up a lot of it, but I do it anyway for Brian.
Oh, I see how. it
So
is.
Brian doesn't know that the word no means no, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, Keith. Fuck, you're just holding no goddamn punches tonight.
Sorry.
To be fair, though,
shit.
if she felt that way, she did not express it.
Oh, I did. I did. Like,
Oh,
the times that I don't do the
Are we gonna
episodes.
get into a fucking great
she wouldn't
consent
dress like
area
that if
here?
she didn't want to
Okay.
do this. Yeah, I get it.
Exactly. But no. When
She wouldn't speak like that if she didn't.
Exactly.
I can go full NPR.
Oh, God. Oh, God, not the NPR.
Wait, is that the one where it sounds like he's like overdoing William Shatner?
No, it's Lexi's NPR voice. It's like...
Okay, you're gonna have to do this for me because I have no idea what we're talking about.
Really? Have you never heard NPR?
Oh, I just
Well-
live in this.
No, he wants to hear your
I live in this weird
specific
little country
NPR
called
voice.
Canada, and NPR we don't really have, and I didn't really know it was a thing until like a year or two
Now.
ago. No,
Oh.
I knew it was a thing now. It was a couple of years. So yes, please enlighten me with this.
Okay. Now I'm nervous.
don't be.
Just do it.
Don't be. Hi, my name is Lexi. This is Scenic City Skeptic. I'm really glad that you joined us today. You're welcome.
Ooh.
She's like
Oh
Bob
my God.
Ross. And like... or
I can't.
I used to be a receptionist.
Oh my god, I
Yeah,
watched
it's
Bob Ross once, and I had I had an emotional meltdown. I was like,
a
oh,
4-hour nap. You had a 4-hour nap. I have a guest here in my home tonight that is cracking up at petting my cat right now. And not that kitty, thank you very much. Not that one.
It's still early yet.
So, but like, what was the jump from saying, oh, "Okay, this shit sounds cool" to "Hey, let's
Well,
do it"?
actually,
There was no in between.
there was. Lexi and I were originally going to be doing a show. It was originally going to be me and one of my best friends that also happens to work at the same place we do. So we spent for, I don't know, a week or two all day long talking about, how we wanted to do a podcast and what we wanted it to be about and trying to figure out how to do it. And then turns out our after work schedules just weren't lining up. And I was like, you know what? I want to do it, but I want to go ahead and start something that I can do now. And so I kind of, thought about it for a little bit, came up with the concept, and I was like, hey, Lexi, you want to help me do a podcast? And she was like,
I said, a what?
Okay. and then
A
a few
what?
weeks after that is when she really started to realize how much work it was, and that's when she started to not want to do it so much.
Well, because he didn't want to do anything.
What?
I
I think this is getting a little more personal than we intended it.
Oh,
no, it's fine. It's fine.
No
It's fine.
such
Let them work it out. This is good for them. It's cathartic.
Well, now he does everything because I told him I wasn't going to do it anymore.
It's therapeutic.
Okay. Actually, I did
Actually.
a great deal of it to begin with.
Well, yeah, because you did the editing and stuff.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. I would spend originally, because we don't edit anymore since we do a live show, and we pretty much stopped editing a couple of episodes before we started doing the live thing.
We got our shit together.
But
Teach
for the
me.
first probably
No.
10 or 15 episodes, I would, if we recorded for an hour, I would spend 3 to 4 hours editing minimum. So, I mean,
Sounds
if
right.
we recorded for 2 hours, there's
There's your
6
weekend.
extra hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it got
that
hard
took a
on
lot of
the. It got
time.
hard on the weekends that we have the kids too, because we'd have to get it edited, or he would have to get it edited, so it would take away time from them. And at one point,
Right, or then you're falling behind.
yeah,
on
and then at
editing,
one
right?
point I was like, "Are you sure you want to do this still?" And so that's when we started doing the live shows.
Do you find it easier to do it?
Oh, fuck
live
yeah. Oh, yeah.
or-
Oh god,
Absolutely
it's so
live.
much easier. Because
See-
you do it for that hour and then you're done.
yeah, it just takes a little more preparation.
Yeah.
But with that, to be able to do that, you have to be okay with your show not being flawless. Of course,
Last
it
night's show was pretty.
they're never really flawless per se to begin with, but when you start editing, you want to get it to sound just right how you want it. You want to get rid of all the mistakes. When you go live, you just have to be okay with when shit happens, when you say something wrong, or if something doesn't work right, you just kind of keep rolling with it.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That does sound
But
accurate.
we
So
are
basically lower your standards.
we're flawless, so it doesn't really matter.
No,
I
Lexi,
am.
you're
I'm
flawless.
Well, thanks. That's okay. I know my place.
I know my place.
Hey, you know what, Brian? I'm engaged, and I love it. It's great, but yeah, no, I have my place, and that's where I stay. I have to say that she has like microphones everywhere.
That's scary. What would you do if you just walked in somewhere and opened a cabinet and found a camera or microphone or something?
Well, I would pick it up, remove whatever memory device it had in it,
Whatever evidence.
review the footage or audio recording, probably edit it, and make some funny videos and post them on YouTube.
Oh,
He's like, I would edit the fuck out of
none
that
of the
to
videos
the
I
good
would
guy.
make with
Fuck
that
this
would
bitch.
look even remotely appropriate for YouTube. Like we're talking like butt plugs and anal beads and just basically letting every
So
So
Pornhub.
Wednesday night here.
I
That's
think
a
like
typical
Punish
Wednesday night in
Tube
my
and stuff
house,
like that,
so-
like like a whole lot of autoerotic asphyxiation, and my cat's sitting in the.
Keith, I told you to stop fucking telling people about the shit I text you.
I'm talking about what I would
right?
do. You do you, man. Like
Please.
that's fine. And my cat sitting in the corner looking absolutely horrified. So, I mean, right?
Oh, please. Boo has seen and heard many things she should not have.
Oh.
The cat is scarred.
Poor, oh my God, that cat is fucking traumatized.
For the first year of my cat's life, she hated me because there was just, she didn't have one constant woman in her life.
She saw his balls more than she saw his face the first year.
Well, yeah.
So now, like, when you look into your cat's eyes, do you see that there is not a tiny little shred of innocence left?
She's a cat. There's
after the
never.
things that you've
There
put
is
it
no
through?
innocence left in that poor fucking
Cats have
animal.
never had
Not at
innocence in
all.
their lives.
None.
So I think Jen was asking a question.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys are doing an event, or there is an event showing up in Chattanooga. If you'd like to talk about that.
No, there's no
Since
if. You're going to talk about it.
you're
Tell us
part
what
of
it's
town.
about. Who's going to be there?
People.
Whoa.
I'm gonna be there.
And
Yes.
If anybody cares.
No, it's Secular Saturday, and this is the first year that we have done it. I mean, shit.
For anyone that went to NanoCon, it's going to be set up a lot like NanoCon was. We're going to have several different time slots with multiple workshops available during each time period.
That means speakers.
Yes.
Oh God, do that voice again, please.
That's speakers.
Say that.
yeah.
Again. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Just going to tell
Anyway.
tell the wife that she's off the hook for tonight.
Keynote speaker.
Oh, the keynote speaker!
And who?
Mandy Thomas! Woo! She is the president of Black Non-Believers. And she gives great hugs.
Which is an amazing organization that are doing fucking incredible things right
Yeah.
now for Black people in the atheist community, which is like the smallest demographic of the smallest.
There were, what,
demographic.
5 at NanoCon?
Yeah.
Out
I
of
think it's like
how many?
5.
400 something? 500 something people?
Yeah.
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 It was a lot, and there were not a lot, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Anyway.
when is this event, and how can our listeners find out more about it? This is really just so I don't have to make Jen record another advertisement, guys. So do her a favorite.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Okay, so Secular Saturday is going to be July 22nd, and it's going to be here in Chattanooga at the Brainerd United Methodist Church. And if you would like some more information, you can go to secularsaturday.com, and you can purchase your tickets. We also have actually changed our ticket price setup. Now, kids 12 and under are free, and
Unless they get lunch, but it's like $10.
yeah.
Yeah.
And for anybody that hasn't really thought it through and just says, "Oh, that's too much. I don't want to pay that." Well, you got to realize it's an all-day conference.
Well, fuck
Yeah.
you then.
Well, there's
fuck
20
yourself.
plus speakers. It's an all-day event. You get lunch if you purchase the ticket with the lunch option. And it's
Which, I
fucking
mean-
Chattanooga. I mean,
Yeah,
it's awesome.
If you were to go during lunch break and get lunch somewhere else, I guarantee you're going to spend
more than $10.
more than $10. That's just how it is, because most people are not going to go. If you're in downtown Chattanooga, you're not going to McDonald's to get dollar menu for lunch. When you're at an event like this, you're going to want to have a decent lunch. So why not stay there?
And get Moe's.
Get Moe's.
Freaking fajita bar.
Yeah.
Who turns down a fucking fajita bar?
Wait, what? Wait. Okay, no, I heard fajitas. What are we
A
having
fajita
for
bar.
lunch?
Yeah. Ooh.
All that.
I
plus
know.
All the speakers. And
I might buy an extra ticket.
So yeah, tell us some of the other topics for speakers that
Okay.
you guys are having on.
Okay, so we have 2 podcasting panels, and it's going to have some right. So we're going to have people like you, us,
Bobby and Ashley.
Bobby and Ashley from No Religion Required.
Oh, I want to meet them.
Chris.
I know. This is why you need to come down to this
I wanna
shit,
meet them.
fucker.
Chris from Podunk Polymath.
Oh, fuck that
Tucker
guy.
Drake from Atheist in the Trailer Park.
Zach.
Zach Law from Zach Religcast.
Oh my God, Zach's doing.
Yep.
I didn't realize Zach was doing a panel.
Yeah.
You guys are going to bear witness to the greatest ass in podcasting ever. Zach has an opinion about it.
I mean,
She's
it
not
is
sorry.
pretty prominent.
Just it's like ridiculous. It's like it has like its own like profile when it turns to the side. It's ridiculous. I will never have an ass as nice as Zach's, like, ever, no matter what I do. And that depresses me. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys.
So then we've also got Patrick and Jenica Crail, who will be doing what is theirs?
Supporting
Supporting loved ones in
Yeah.
their
Fuck.
deconversion.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
And Jesus, they are like the cutest
I
fucking
know.
I've ever seen in my
For
life.
real.
They're like drop dead gorgeous, both of them.
Yeah, I mean,
And they're like the super couple. They're
I'm
like,
jealous.
Like you want to hate them for being so pretty and perfect, but you can't. 'cause
I'm
they're so
jealous as shit
I love
of
them to death.
Jenica.
nice. You and me fucking both. So we can just sit in the corner and cry.
Honestly, though, yeah.
Okay, I'll embrace you.
I'm
Okay,
good.
Okay.
I'm down.
Okay. All right.
which you should totally be jealous because the Crails are crashing here.
Oh, yeah. Aren't you going to...
I think we are the only people that are not crashing at your
Yeah,
place for this.
that's probably accurate.
That's okay, though.
And hey, mention this guy's panel
Yes.
too.
Okay, so
The one that should not
Don't
be named.
say...
okay, well, how about you?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how did you say the other guy's name? Rui?
Really.
Perfect. Okay.
Mhm.
So, AJ, Joel, and Rui will be doing Atheists and Foxholes. Charles Neal will be doing The Importance of Interfaith Dialogue, which he will also be the moderator. Is that how you say that?
Yes.
For the interfaith panel. And it's like a Q&A kind of panel. There'll be representatives from Christianity, atheism, Hinduism, Islam, and Judaism.
Shit.
So basically, all the major religions,
Bitch.
there's going to be one person from each.
Yeah, and you can ask them, respectful questions, because if you say something fucking stupid, then you're going to sit your ass down.
You have been
anyway.
told.
Yes. Chris Silver will be doing a topic called authoritarianism. Really not sure what that is.
Well, then I guess you will attend
You're
that.
just kind of swinging that one. Like, fuck it. We'll just
Yeah.
find out. Fuck.
Lexi will be attending that one.
Yeah, we'll just wing it. And then Jen, you again, doing the atheist politics.
God damn, Jen. Look at you being like a speaker
know.
and figure.
Double duty and shit, dude. Multitasking. I can't promise I'm going to be completely awake for my...
It's okay. I think yours is after lunch. I have
You'll
to
have
have
had
her
more
switch
coffee.
yours because it's put in the wrong place.
Good, because that would be perfect right after for my second cup of coffee, and I should be supreme then.
Perfect.
Good.
I drink like 6 cups of coffee a day
How does your heart not explode?
because
Because she's in her fucking early 20s, that's why. If I were to do that shit now, I'd fucking die.
I'm a Wittenberg. That's what we do. We're coffee drinkers.
Ooh.
I'm a red line drinker.
I'm
That's
surprised
my
your
jam.
heart hasn't exploded.
Well, even with red line,
You and the other half can go vibrate around with coffee.
even with
Lexi.
red line, like it takes that just to get my heart up to a normal beat. Because if not, I will be asleep.
Speaking of sleep,
Well, because you constantly have 7 fucking kids in your house. I'd be sleeping all the fucking time.
Well, that and
well, if you could,
Dad.
yeah.
So,
Fuck that shit. They can
Oh.
watch each other. I'm taking a fucking
Anyway,
nap. Fuck that shit.
so then Matthew Durham is doing Betraying Our Values, the Rise of Bully Culture in the Age of Identity Politics. And then some more stuff.
Oh, okay. I'll take a few.
More stuff.
We've got Mark Gura doing the Secular Buddhist Reformation.
What is that?
Secular Buddhism.
Buddhism. Secular.
And like we said,
I probably might sit down on that just out of sheer curiosity.
yeah, that one would be pretty interesting. Like if I weren't working the entire thing, then I would probably be attending that.
I'll be attending anyway.
We have Sonica Lee doing Craft Your Flow. Not quite sure what that is, but
who are these people?
We're going to find out.
Lexi's like, I'm a part of this and I don't know what the fuck
For
is
real.
going on.
Then we also have a few other people. We've not got the title of their talks nailed
Neil
down
Carter
yet.
will be there.
Yeah, we've got Christy Wilkinson, Neil Carter, and Patrick Horst, who, for anyone that was at NanoCon...
He's the one who organized that one.
Yep, he sure is. So.
And Neil Carter is...
Have to do another plug, another one of our Clarksville Atheist members. But sorry.
Yes.
Plug. Sorry.
Plug away. Pluggy, pluggy, plug.
Oh. That was weird.
I like the plug.
So that's why you fuckers are having everyone stay over there. Brian's obsession with plugs.
I mean...
I am down for the orgy. No?
Oh. Okay, I thought we were talking hair plugs.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Nudge, nudge.
Horrible attempt at a
Yes.
save, Brian. Horrible.
Usually.
It's only horrible if you actually care.
I mean, it's logic that you can't argue with.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's who we've got lined up for Secular Saturday. It's hopefully not going to be our last year. We'll just see how this first year goes. We just really need everybody to buy tickets. I'm going to be really sad if there are more speakers and volunteers than there are attendees.
Oh, I would cry. I would literally cry because I have...
Fuck it then. Fuck the whole goddamn shindig. We're having a party.
If Lexi cries over this, I will murder everyone.
You know what? No, if we have more fucking speakers than attendees, fuck the panels, fuck everything. We're getting a shit ton of alcohol. We have the space. Let's just get fucking drunk and party. I have Spotify.
I mean, I'm down.
We have music.
I would probably still cry. I would still cry on my way to the liquor store. And then I would buy out the liquor store.
Well, okay. You know what then? The goal is to make Lexi cry.
Don't you dare make that little thing cry.
What the fuck are you going to do from fucking Canada besides sit there with your frozen dick and bitch about it?
I'll figure something out.
He'll call me and comfort me.
Yeah. Yeah, that, what she said.
He's shit at it. He's the world's worst fucking comforter. He's like, yeah,
you'll be alright. It's fine. Don't even worry about it.
But for anybody that hasn't seen or heard Lexi cry, it's pretty heartbreaking. Like,
I am disgusting when I cry. It is.
Are you like ugly sobbing?
No. It's just like my voice just gets really high pitched and my face gets really red and I look like a toddler about to have a tantrum.
Oh God!
I don't have one. I don't ever have a tantrum.
My child, please, I'm using this weekend to escape my child. Please don't make me do that, because then I'll feel totally fucking guilty that my kid's not there with me, and then I will start crying. And this is not good.
I'll try not to cry. If I do, then I'll keep it quiet. I'll like go to the bathroom or something.
If I do, I'll just shove alcohol in your mouth and be like,
and I'll be like, okay. I mean, I would.
And we have a fajita bar. We have to get alcohol. We have a fajita bar. If there's more fucking attendees and there's more fucking speakers than attendees, we have alcohol, a fajita bar.
God damn, that sounds like one hell of a Saturday.
Does it?
That'd be awesome.
You know, if Secular Saturday falls through, I think then we'll move forward with the annual One Hell of a Saturday.
Yes.
Oh.
That's what we're gonna call it. The annual
I
One
like
Hell of
this.
a fucking Saturday.
That's
what
That's
we're gonna call
good.
it.
Yes.
That's it. And you guys have like a whole nice riverfront
Oh,
area,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's like 15 minutes from the
God,
church, but I mean,
Let's go get drunk on the riverfront and see who gets arrested first.
no one. They'll be too busy rounding up the gangs.
No, it's not. It is not
Well,
bad.
fuck, now we're talking my people here. Perfect. We're talking my people.
Well, yeah, I mean the riverfront area is
No,
is
it's not
awesome.
bad.
Of course, that's part of the reason why they call it the Scenic City.
Oh ho ho.
That's the name of our show.
Oh, it comes full circle. Ah! I don't know
Thought
what
you'd like that.
I did.
That was a fangirl.
It was very much a fangirl moment.
I appreciate it. Even though it was not my idea.
She is confident in how awesome she is.
Hold on, you all should see this. This is how seriously we take alcohol. In this
Oh, nice.
So
I need some. Why didn't I ever get any?
I don't know.
I have so many downstairs.
Holler at one of the kids, tell them to bring you some.
Katie, bring me some
Fuck,
wine.
if that's not their sole fucking purpose right there, go get mommy her wine.
Actually, it'll probably be the liquor instead of the wine today.
Ooh, whiskey.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, we don't have any of that peach whiskey left, do we?
I don't know.
Oh, that's some southern ass shit right there. That is some.
Then you put it in sweet tea and it tastes
right
like peach tea.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Yes.
God.
Sign me up.
I'm
Sign me up
vomiting
twice. I
thinking
don't
about
care.
that. No, it's
Says
too
you.
fucking sweet.
It depends on how
Yeah, but
you
Jen,
mix
you're
the
not a
tea.
real person, so it's fine.
You're also from the north. Okay, you put it in some unsweet tea.
You motherfuckers literally can't get off unless you coat fucking vaginas in maple syrup. Fuck you.
I'm sorry. What better way to wax my pubes than with maple syrup?
So wait, is that like killing two birds with one stone? You use it as lube and then you just like peel it off?
Yeah, and then everybody's
it's
got a
like, just
Brazilian free of charge, and everything
A
tastes better.
Brazilian.
Fuck me, why am I not trying this? You know what, then again, I'm never getting a Brazilian done again. I felt so fucking violated and naked and bare and just exposed after that shit. There's something fucking wrong with it.
I'm not ever
Sorry.
doing that anyway.
I have gone through puberty. There is absolutely no reason for me to be that fucking hairless ever again. It's a little frightening. It's not something I wanted to see bare.
You
and
know,
I was
in all
frankly a little
honesty,
frightened
I
by
just
it.
had a flash to like a scene from a movie where a woman like rips open her skirt, and all that is there is just some angry jungle thing going on.
Oh my god, that was waiting. That was waiting. The movie was fucking waiting. I know
and
exactly what you're talking
that's
about.
all I can
love
think
that
is
movie.
you doing that right now. Like, yeah, you want this? Pow, pow, pow. And she's like picking little
No,
balls
I'm not like-
of paper out of it. And
No, I'm not like, let's go find the pygmies in the fucking Amazon. I mean, it's not like that. I keep my shit groomed, but I'm not about like, you know, I'm not like deforestation.
so
below the
glad that we
waist,
dedicated
right?
a few minutes of this show to Jen's pubes. That's great. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, I think it's time that we learned about the people behind Scenic City Skeptics.
Yes.
I kind of want to hear your guys' story. Whoever's story is in.
Like their relationship
No.
story?
Well,
God,
there's
you
that too.
nosy fucking bitch. Do you sit at your fucking window with a goddamn pillow and watch the fucking neighborhood too? You do.
Yeah,
I know you
it's
do.
called I Don't Really Want to Watch Cable. It's boring as shit and censored.
So I'll just watch my white trash neighbors fucking fight. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. That's my next.
Well,
attempt.
okay, so whichever of you two has the least interesting story, I want you to go first because I want to save the best for last. And I will leave it to you two to decide who goes first. And go!
Ooh, trying to create some division here.
Yeah, it's
I
I don't
I mean,
have a lot
mine's
of thrills
pretty-
here.
Mine's pretty straightforward.
Well, ladies first then.
Oh, I'm a lady.
Of course, you're my lady.
Now, yeah, today she's a lady. Yeah, today she's a fucking lady,
Now
right?
tonight, that's a different story.
We have kids in the house. Ain't happening.
So
Oh,
what?
is-
You guys have
is
never
Brian
had
a
any
streamer?
parents?
Yeah, we have.
Oh, come on. You can make anything happen as long as you put your hand over her mouth. Remember that, Brian.
Ooh, I like that.
I mean, I don't have kids, but my in-laws live upstairs, so yeah, I get it.
Oh,
I would be more afraid of having wild sex with the in-laws upstairs than...
Jen, I've got a great story for you later on then.
Wait, you're at...
All right, so I think Lexi was about to tell us her life story, what led her to the position she's in now, where she's part of a show that she didn't want to be a part of, but somehow she's a part of.
it anyway.
Exactly.
Okay. Well. Well, shit.
You're on the fucking spot now. You have no choice.
Here
you have
I
to
am.
answer the
I
question.
know. I wasn't.
You do a live show and she's
I know
like,
she's
well,
she's
okay.
being recorded. She can totally say what she wants. Fuck it up.
Yeah.
Go back, say it again, do it right, and make sure she gets the
Yeah.
proper
We can
intonation.
fucking edit it. We're
And
good.
she's like, uh-oh.
Oh, God, here you go with the fucking SAT words again. Nobody
Thank
cares. Sorry, I have somebody stealing my beer as we're recording.
Oh, I'd kill him.
He's our boyfriend.
Like, he doesn't have enough in his fucking hand right now.
Oh, yeah, his was that
I love
glass.
that he has to stay quiet.
Okay, so
33 ounces, I think it is now.
so to give Lexi a minute to think about what she wants to say, I'll start with mine then, because mine's probably also.
But
less
yours is
interesting.
the best one. I got it. I got it.
okay.
I'm ready. All right. Let me do some jumping jacks. Okay. So,
Crack neck.
do you like my jumping jacks?
Just like shook your boobs a little bit.
No, I did my shoulders.
Oh well,
We were all looking like, yeah,
They just went with it.
yeah.
They just.
They're gonna move.
I like, oh, you have shoulders?
That was a great eye
I mean-
contact test for me, that's for sure.
Oh, wow! Look at the face on her. Wow. Holy shit! She's gonna kill him.
Is this a
Nah.
podcast interview or a snuff film?
Well, if I knew it was gonna be that kind of night, I wouldn't have wore panties.
Neither would I. These bitches are riding.
Were you in my panty drawer again? I thought you told me about being in there.
Fuck, AJ. I look and all I see is him going, oh.
Stop! Stay over there. Stop stealing my show.
Please, Lexi, tell us your story before we get off track again.
Okay. Story time. I mean, it's pretty basic. Grew up Christian. Blah, blah, blah. And then I met Brian.
Oh, so the dick turned her. Okay.
No, the questions. The subtle questions is what did it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Lindsay. Sometimes good dick will just do it.
Well, yeah.
Sorry.
Him and that Socratic method.
Oh yeah, that's what if that's what you want to call it. I mean, we'll go with that Socratic method.
Yeah. Well, anyway. I mean, I'm not even a year old as an atheist yet. And here I am doing a podcast.
Aw.
She's a wee little baby.
I know.
A wee little baby.
I've said it many times. I want to adopt.
I don't
Lexi.
blame you.
I
She's
wanted to
adorable
adopt
as hell.
Lexi Since I met her, isn't she? I know. And she helps me pick out hotels. She makes sure I don't have to come in to chat and be
Yeah.
trapped.
See?
That's true.
So, what was it that... Was it your Christian upbringing that kind of threw you away from it? Because I know sometimes you grow up in an overbearing Christian household and you rebel like hell once you realize it's all bullshit, or was it just subtle and you just were sympathetic towards it, and then Brian, the evil atheist, converted you?
Well, a lot of it had to do with my dad. He was actually my youth pastor. And, yeah.
Shit.
And, well, when I was younger, he was very abusive. And he was a pastor of a different church then. But he was really abusive, and he almost drank himself to death. And then whenever we moved here to Tennessee, because I lived with my dad for a while, but then when I was 7, we moved here because my mom remarried and all that good stuff. And then we didn't talk for a while. And then we got back in touch a few years ago. And, I mean, he was pretty much the same person. He just quit drinking. So it was still
Yeah. And that's when you learn it's not the alcohol. He's just an
yeah,
asshole.
pretty much. You know, it just turned into the hypocrisy and just him contradicting himself all the time. And you know, I feel like him portraying himself as something that he's not is really what bothered me. And whenever I first met Brian, you know, I would vent to him about it all the time, and you know, he would throw some subtle questions in there every once in a while because I hadn't gone to church in God knows how long.
You asshole.
And I know.
Oh, so you did the fucking mental fucking terrorist shit. You fucking planted little bombs and shit. Like, let's wait till she steps on
Yeah.
those fucking landmines. Let's
Yeah.
see
Well,
shit
see,
happen.
and
You fucking
Yeah.
piece of
Talking
shit.
about
well, see, and I knew that he was before we started dating or anything. And so finally, I think it was like 4 months into the relationship,
Something like that.
I asked him what he had looked at, what he had read, what he had watched, or whatever, to come to the conclusion that, you know, he believes the way he believes. And so I started watching the YouTube series Refuting the Irrefutable Proof or something like that by Aaron Ra.
Ooh.
And I was like, well, fuck.
To be fair, though, when you first asked me...
Oh, shit, this makes sense.
Like, you know...
I was pissed at him. I was so mad because he was right.
Well, but before that...
I was so mad.
I knew that one of the things that would come up would, you know, be people saying, oh, well, you know, Brian converted you, or, you know, things like that. But...
It was the magical unicorn dick. It made her lose her face.
She rode the
for real,
rainbow.
though, when
He comes glitter, ladies and
when
gentlemen.
gotta be hard to-
when she first asked me, though,
Penis.
you know, I was kind of hesitant to
He was
even-
like, are you sure? You're not doing this for me. And I was like, just shut up and give me the shit. Show me what it is.
Wow. This can either sound like a conversion from atheism or a deep dark hole into
Oh,
heroin
see, I thought we were
Yeah.
talking about. I thought we were diving right back into anal again. I was like, oh, I thought we moved on from this.
Why does it always come back to fucking anal for you?
You know what? It's probably something I'll be talking about with my therapist next week. So I'll let you know.
You need to, because it's becoming a
Yeah,
fucking
but
issue
stuff.
now.
So you told
anyway.
Brian to give you the shit.
Yeah. And so he did. And I was pissed. I was pissed for a while. Like, I was angry. But it, you know, I didn't want it to be towards him, and it wasn't towards him, but it came out at him. And so I was really angry. Which is normal. I feel like that's normal. Because I run on emotion. So, you know, religion.
Oh,
Yeah,
I couldn't
yeah.
tell.
So, you know, it hit me right in the feels. And I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know how to deal with it. But finally I got over myself. and quit being so angry.
That's a good thing.
But
Well, I think that's a natural part of the process, especially if you grew up like evangelical. Like, you're pissed because you're like, holy shit, like,
Yeah.
I know I do. Like, and that's infuriating.
yeah,
fucking
we
shit,
grew
you know?
up
Poor Brian.
Pentecostal. Yeah. So it was
Like, Pentecostal's like normal for Southern people, but for like Northern people, it's like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
That's not even normal for Southern people.
Okay.
no, that's
Like,
Baptist.
You tell most Christians that you're
Yeah,
Pentecostal, and they're like,
But it's more
yeah, Christians are even like, ouch.
right. But it's like in the South, it's like, oh, okay, I've come across them a time or two. People up north are like, oh, okay, we're just
Oh, I hear a distraction over there. I'm gone.
Right. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, it really set everything in stone for me whenever I lost my relationship with my dad again, because I was still in the process. I wasn't really sure about anything, and so I joined the Thinking Atheist fan page on Facebook. And what I didn't realize was people can see when you join groups.
Mm-hmm.
And so I changed that quickly.
So that's how you got outed.
Yeah.
You got outed
And
that
so my dad texted me. And he said, I see that you joined an atheist page on Facebook. Are you an atheist now? And I was like,
Now, are you an atheist
Yeah.
now? Like, are you dying your
yeah, exactly. And, I didn't know what to say because I didn't want to say no, but I didn't want to say yes. So all I said was, I don't want this to change our relationship.
A good response.
I'm just checking it out.
Yeah. And, of course, it didn't end well. So, and he said, it was the how dare you after all he's done for you.
Because he was a Pentecostal pastor, so image
Yeah.
is everything, and you can't have. He would rather you be gay and be Pentecostal than be.
Yeah,
an
exactly.
atheist.
And so finally, by the end of it, he said, normally I would tell you that I love you no matter what, but I'm going to have to think about this and get back to you.
Well,
and that was almost...
Wow, eat a dick, Dad.
That was
Fuck
almost
you.
a year ago. I have not heard from him since. I've tried to reach out to him.
Yo, fuck your dad, man. Like, yo, if you're fucking listening to her right now, you can eat my ass after fucking White Castle and the Taco Bell buffet. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I wish I were
much
getting...
kinder than me.
Yeah. Well, see, and...
Well, I mean, I'm not sleeping with her.
yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, you know, the way that I look at it...
And I mean actually sleeping, like, in the same bed. Not, like, let's not...
Again?
For the 95th
Yeah,
time.
yeah, that's true. But, I mean, you know, the way that I look at it is... You can't choose your family. You can't choose your blood. But you can choose your friends and the people who are actually there for you. So, you know, I mean, it doesn't feel like a loss, but it kind of does at the same time, because there towards the end, before all that happened, you know, we actually got really close again, and, you know, it was a father-daughter relationship.
Right.
But now I see that it was all based on because of my faith.
Oh.
It was image. Yeah.
It was image. It was, I'm the pastor and I have to make this look good and I have to
Yeah.
look doting father.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that pissed you off too, because you were like, everything.
Oh my God, I called my mom because my mom already knew. I called my mom and I was livid. I was screaming into the phone, and she was like, just let it out. Just let it out. It's okay. It's going to be okay.
Your mom's probably like one of these like sweetest in the world, most southern women who makes like peach cobbler.
I wish. No, she's more of the, well, she grew up in a town called Rockmart, Georgia. And that is more ghetto than it is southern. So,
Yeah.
I mean, she was pissed too. So a little bit of Rockmart came out in her that day. And she was like, well, you know, if he was here, I would have already kicked his ass, honey. But I can't do that because he's in Rockmart. And I swear to God, I'm not ever going to Rockmart again.
I gotta sit down and fucking.
I need to spend more time around you.
Sounds like a fucking.
Come to Secular Saturday.
Ooh.
Get your shit together and come to something.
Yeah, you're right. It's just that it's easy as getting my shit together and flying across the fucking continent. Totally.
There will be beer provided for you if you come, Keith.
Oh, well, in that case.
I mean, it's not coming out of my pocket, but it's coming out of the person who's
Dibs on Big Spoon.
Well, look at it this way. It's what? Almost 10 o'clock your time, Keith?
It is.
Okay, so you're only 2 hours away. Because it's only almost 12 here.
See, you're less hours away from them than I am. Because it takes me 3 to get there. See, you're only 2. Dude, what would a flight be like? Wait, what's the closest fucking
Chattanooga.
airport to you guys? Is
Yeah.
Chattanooga like? Oh my God, I'm so gonna research.
CHX.
That's what I'm doing.
So
Or
Jen's going to do
CHA.
some research for me, and Lexi, that is heartbreaking, and it kind of brings to mind, you know, like you were talking about being kind of losing that relationship and, you know, kind of going through that. I don't know if you've listened to our show. We spoke to the president of a student group at my old university. Stop being so damn cute, you two, by the way.
No, I'm actually staring at him like I'm going to stab him in the throat right now because he's making stupid fucking faces, and I have no fucking
I do.
idea why. Are the two of you fucking teaming up on me again? This is bullshit now. I'm done. I'm fucking done. You're not allowed to fucking talk to each other anymore. Fuck this. Fuck this. I'm done. He fucking gets here tonight, and he's not even looking at me because he's too fucking busy texting Keith, and I'm like... I'm trying to sit there and talk to him, and he's like... I have to talk to Keith, and I'm like...
It's
Oh,
glorious.
besties.
No, this is not...
So, we
You two are not
one of our
allowed to
old
fucking
guests,
talk to
he was former Jehovah's Witness, and he was telling us about how his grandmother had
Yes.
passed away. And, you know, your usual response to finding out, you know, somebody like a grandmother passed away is to go, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He was like, honestly, it was like she had already been dead to me, so it was really just kind of like closure on that. And it's like, Oh, that is fucked up.
He just got to put her body in the ground.
Yeah.
Well, so that's how it was with my grandfather, but that's a whole different story.
Ooh, we're gonna have repeat guests.
If you want.
If.
Of course. Oh my god. I don't give a shit if you just like come over and bullshit in my living room.
See, there you go.
Fuck that.
Okay,
Doesn't
so
need to be here.
now it's Brian's turn, and Brian, you have to top that. Go.
Yeah, I don't know why she went first because my story's not as
Yours is
emotional.
more ironic and mine is more emotional.
Yeah. Okay, so I grew up Southern Baptist. Yeah,
The typical.
very typical.
Down here,
I
yeah.
spent pretty much most of my childhood in church every time the doors were open. Then I got out of church for a little while during high school, but then I kind of started going back on my own. And once I started going back to church, I got really, really into it. Like, I wasn't just going, for Sunday and Wednesday services. Like, I really got into it. And I eventually kind of became the fill-in teacher for the youth group on Wednesday nights if the youth pastor was going to be out. And eventually, after I married my ex-wife, we both took over. When the youth pastor stepped down, we actually both took over and became youth pastors. And so we ran the youth group for a while, and I played in the praise band. So, my life pretty much revolved around church. I spent most of my time, if I wasn't at work, either teaching or coming up with lessons or, taking the youth to do stuff. And so one of the first things that really kind of planted a seed of doubt was the fact that when you're teaching teenagers, you realize very fast that they can come up with a lot of questions that you can't get an answer from the Bible for.
You don't have the answer.
So you either have to kind of bullshit your way through it and, say what you think your interpretation of the Bible how it might apply to that.
Be to the situation.
But
if the Bible said anything about this, it would say.
Yeah. But you never say.
Well, here you can interpret this.
You never admit though, well, the Bible doesn't have an answer for that. Like, you just don't do that. At least not as a Baptist.
No.
Yeah.
So
you don't do it as a Catholic.
No,
Yeah.
you really don't.
that was my life. It was church. And for mine and my ex-wife's 25th birthdays, because they were pretty close together, we decided we were going to have, a birthday party at our house. By this time, we had stepped down as youth pastors, and I had stepped down from the praise band, so I wasn't in any kind of leadership role. And we decided, you know what?
All right.
I had never been drunk before, and so I was like, yeah.
What?
I was like, I've never been
serious?
drunk.
He was that kid.
For my 25th birthday, you know what? I'm going to have a few drinks, and I think it'll be okay.
He got plastered.
I got shit-faced. I mean, it was the most amazing thing ever. I actually had a lot of fun riding Rubbermaid tubs down the steps. That was good.
Hell fucking yes. That is a shit.
Damn. Here, I thought you were
I'll
going
do
to
that
tell
shit
us it was
fucking
going to be like an
sober.
all-night catch every kid you want. But, then you
No, they're Baptist, not
yeah,
Catholic.
priest, pastor. To
Different
me, they're
branches
synonymous
here.
with molester. But that's a whole other story.
Ooh.
So I guess my question
so-
is, how many kids did you molest?
We
Oh,
won't
sorry,
talk about
statute of limitations. My mistake.
Keith! I told
Give it-
you he was not
give it
a
a few
fucking
more
priest.
years.
He could still fuck women. Priest can't.
It doesn't mean they're not gonna. But anyway, sorry, you were saying something.
But yeah, so we had a party. We got drunk, and some pictures had gotten posted on Facebook. And I guess someone in the church leadership saw it. And, of course, according to the Bible,
Did they excommunicate you for
Well-
getting drunk?
sort of. At the time, I would have said, well, the way it should have been handled was one of the council members should have come to me in private, and we discussed it and, all this. Well, the church council decided to have a meeting about us in secret. At one of their little council meetings, it was about us. And they decided that it would be...
This is like Mormon level shit.
They decided it would be a good idea to send us a letter. And the letter said, you need... the way you're living your life is disrespectful to God, and you're causing other people to stumble, and you need to either publicly repent or you need to leave the church. So...
What? For getting drunk?
Yeah, one time. The first time in my life at 25. So...
I did that at 15.
I did not return.
Fuck, I was like 14, 15. The first time I got
I should have been
16.
But I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm not going back there. And so I decided that before I just found a new church and kind of moved on like, nothing had ever happened, that I wanted to kind of figure out the history of my faith, where it came from and how it came to be the faith that I lived and believed. And so I started researching, and this is where I discovered all the things that I eventually showed to Lexi. But it was actually a very quick process for me, because once I started really learning and I just kind of let myself accept the facts, within, I'd say, 2 to 3 weeks, I said out loud for the first time, I was like, I'm an atheist.
This is bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, within 3 weeks, I went from, a
youth pastor
pretty much,
to an
yeah.
atheist.
I just said that word and called myself that last month.
You said it way before then.
Have I?
Yes.
I don't think I meant it. I didn't mean it.
But, yeah, it was super fast. A lot of people take years to deconvert. And for me, I was like, all right, well, this is bullshit. Let's take to the Facebooks. Like, I mean,
Let's go to the book faces and see what
I
the fuck is
I was
up
a
with
closeted
this shit.
atheist for maybe 2 or 3 days. I mean, like, I seriously went, like, from youth pastor to a week and a half later, I'm an out atheist. But, I think that's because I had always been so open about my faith that I just can't help but be just as open about my disbelief. But when I posted it on Facebook, I had posted a YouTube video. Basically, it was called Welcome to This World. Like, the narrator's talking to a newly born baby about all the bullshit they're being born into. And I had posted a little paragraph along with it saying how I didn't believe it anymore. And you will not believe the shitstorm that started. I lost a lot of friends when that happened.
Well, yeah, because like your entire life is church centered, so I'm sure most of your social circle
and
was.
Probably one at the time, one of the most hurtful responses I got was from the guy that was my mentor. He taught me pretty much what it meant to be a youth pastor. How to do it. I mean, every aspect of it he taught me, and we were really close friends. We played music together. I mean, we were really close. And when I made that post, his response was, "You're going to hell and you're taking your family with you." And it just
love.
It hurt. Yeah. But after that, it was, I mean, I slowly, well, I say slowly, it was a pretty moderate speed. I became very open, anti-theistic, and vulgar, and fun.
See, I like that.
I love how you went from when, oh my god, I'm so perfectly
Fuck
good,
that.
Fuck
yeah.
these motherfuckers. Give me a bitch who can take the largest fucking dick. I want her. I want that bitch. Give me that one.
I'm sure those were the exact words out of his mouth.
Give me all the alcohol, all the pussy.
Do a total 180 in your life. Now, you were married at the time, right? What happened there?
Well, we decided that we wanted different things in life and had different ideas of marriage.
Now, was this because
No,
of
actually,
the journey
she had become an atheist, or, kind of, I don't want to say become an
the
atheist.
fuck do you do to women, Brian? Jesus fucking Christ, you're batting fucking
Well,
2-0
she's a
with this
deist.
shit now.
Yeah, now she's a deist, but she
Okay.
left Christianity actually before I did, and I struggled with that for a long time. But I mean, it took a while before I even allowed myself to do the research. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, it was probably about a year or so after I became an atheist. We just decided that we wanted different things in life, and we had different ideas of relationship and what kind of relationship we wanted. So we split up, and we eventually actually got divorced.
Mm-hmm.
And now Lexi and I
Now you're
are co-parenting with them, and we do quite well, I would say.
That's excellent.
I will give you fucking props for co-parenting.
That sounds like a happy ending to what could have been a horrible story.
My ex can't figure out to be
Yeah.
a parent, let alone a co-parent. So fucking props to you guys for being able to be civil and still be there.
Well,
for
actually,
kids.
on episode 4 of our show, we recorded with them.
It's like 3 hours long.
Yeah, the actual show is not,
Wow.
but we sat and recorded for 3 hours. Like, we all cried at some point. I mean,
I cry all the time though, so it's not really any different.
You cry
Yeah.
constantly though. So,
but
yeah.
we're actually we're all really close. We can hang out, have fun, just joke around, just like normal friends.
I went with her
And
to
raise
her
our kids.
bachelorette party
Yeah.
in Nashville.
That is amazing. There's severe fucking props for that shit. honestly.
I'm really glad to hear that. It sounds like a situation that had every opportunity to just go completely sideways.
To go to complete shit, and you guys
you're
were
sitting here
fucking
telling us that
amazing
you guys
about
are
it.
still
That's
really good
awesome.
friends, and that's really heartwarming.
Yeah,
That's some good feel shit.
It wasn't always this amicable. We did have our rough patches, but as you have time to figure out who you are, what you want from life, and what you need to do to work with that other person to raise your children, and it also helps when you have someone in your life who makes everything easier, and Lexi is just amazing for that.
I came along after all that was figured out, thank goodness.
Well, she helped make it better.
But still, it's hard enough co-parenting, and then to bring somebody
Yeah.
else into the
Yeah.
equation. That's it's kind of a weird thing to do, and it's very nerve-wracking because one, you have to think about as the parent, oh my god, is this person gonna get along with my kids?
Yeah.
Oh my god, are my kids gonna like this person? And then it's, holy shit, is this gonna cause drama with the other parent? Because now what if the other parent feels like the toes are being stepped on, and then what if they don't mesh, and then how do I manage this? And or what if this motherfucker turns out to be totally crazy and tries to take over this whole fucking parenting reign thing?
Yeah.
We
actually had set forth some ground rules before either of us ever started dating again, and we decided that before we brought anyone around our kids, that we had to meet them. The other parent had to meet them.
I was nervous as
approve.
shit.
Right.
I was like, is she gonna like me?
And-
Is she gonna
Yeah.
like me?
Of course, because these are her kids. It's kind of like meeting the parents again.
Yeah.
For the
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But now, we're basically 4 friends raising kids.
I kind of didn't follow that rule, but
That's
okay.
pretty awesome.
We really are though.
Yeah.
That's great though.
We have a Facebook group message that we keep in touch with each other.
For all our parental communications.
Just so that
and we were actually
just to be like,
their 10-year high school reunion is when?
This year, and I think a month or 2.
Yeah, and we were planning on how we were going to make everyone as awkward as possible. So we came up with a plan to walk in and all of us are holding hands, and we all refer to each other as our partner.
I am into this.
We're like just one giant relationship with children.
All right, well, I'm greased up and ready to go.
My
Let's
God,
do
can
this.
you video this for me?
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome to see the look on people's faces.
I'm so ready.
I think that's amazing that you guys can. Be active adults and love your kids like that.
Yeah.
But
and Michelle said that we have to. What?
Go on. I was about to make a smart-ass remark. What? You were saying something serious. Go. Speak.
Oh, no. And Michelle had actually said that we were going to take the gay approach. So the order was going to be Brian, Jake, her, and then me walking in.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes.
And then who was it? One of y'all said that
Please video this.
Only one at a time, but like they would both refer to both Jake and I as their husbands, like change it up depending on who they're talking to.
So this would be some kind of like gay Mormon sister brother wife.
Yeah,
sister wives,
brother
husbands.
Yes.
brother husbands. That's what I was looking for. Brother husbands.
I like that one.
I love it.
So yeah, we're gonna be this big 4-way relationship. It's gonna be
in reality it'd be weird as fuck.
Can we do this like when we're in Chattanooga? Wait, when we're in Chattanooga, do you guys like want to do this? We'll do a test run.
Yes.
You want to do this?
That would be kind of cool.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh please, like you wouldn't be like, hell yeah, Lexi's my fucking partner.
I would pay to watch that.
You can. I'm fucking asking you a question. Oh my God. You know what? You could just fucking take him at this point, okay?
Well, I don't want him, not if he's a douche.
He's not a douche. He could just be profoundly.
He's no fun.
Sounds a lot like somebody else I know. Huh? Who could that be? That's just rude. This is not a visual medium.
You're supposed to be on my side here.
Do not know that you just gave me the finger with a bright red nail and all that.
It's not bright red. It's a darker candy. It's more of a burgundy.
Yeah, that's you. Okay.
I'm gonna eat my burgundy ass. All right, fuck you.
Hey, no butt stuff.
Yeah, that's.
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
So.
You didn't know that Keith likes to put raspberries in my ass and then eat them out. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
All for trying anything once.
It's a thing. It's a thing we do once.
Raspberries, gotta love it. So that ended on a really positive note. Both your stories are really heartwarming, and Brian, the fact that you and your ex were able to reconcile to the point where you are just this comfortable, that's absolutely that's just amazing, because we have heard.
That's something I would love in my life, but I know damn well it's never gonna happen.
We hear all the time, in our secular community, we hear all the time how marriages have fallen apart because, one person started to question and the other person just completely put their foot down and said, either you're fully with God or we're not together. And we've seen people lose their entire families over this simply because, this one simple little thing where I don't believe in God. And for you, it worked out really well, and Lexi, I guess your dad's an asshole, so I'm not too bent out of shape that he's not in your life, because you're an amazing person. You don't deserve that shit, but
Lexi's fucking awesome.
There's so much potential for these things to go awry, and from the sounds of things, everything's gone the exact opposite, and that I think I speak for all of us when I say I'm happy.
Me too.
No, I'm just happy because I'm getting laid.
It's true. She is
on a regular basis. So
what how did you say it last time? You're getting laid decently.
Decently laid. I thought you weren't fucking
decent
talking.
Laid.
Yep. So
stop touching my fucking computer. Stop.
Okay. So Jen doesn't like her porn being interrupted while it's downloading. So.
I don't. I fucking don't. He keeps fucking doing it. It's like, I don't like this kind of porn. Why do you always have to have tentacles in your shit?
Yeah, that is a question you should know better than to ask, AJ. Come on now. So, Brian and Lexi, before we wrap it up and stop recording, for those at home wondering why I just cut off, I just got a very cute look from AJ. Anyways.
Oh my God.
Brian and Lexi, where can we find you?
Well, we are
everywhere.
Yeah, we're on Spreaker, which is where we do our live shows on Wednesday nights. We're also on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, and
That's the Alexa thing.
yeah, and we're on Facebook and Twitter.
You guys are on TuneIn? I didn't realize they were
yeah.
hosting.
I didn't know it was a thing.
Same as all the other ones. Just submit your feed. So
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
shit.
if you got one of those fancy Alexa
Bullshit.
things, you just be like, "Hey, Alexa, play
I
Cynic
so
City
want one of
Skeptic,"
those. I
and
so want one.
Boom.
Hint, hint, hint. I want
That's fantastic.
Alexa. I want Alexa. Don't fucking sit there with the deaf ear bullshit now that you can't fucking hear me. That's bullshit.
So they're going to have their fight.
Keith, just come and take him, please.
So Jen and AJ are going to have a fight. Brian and Lexi are probably going to go pass out and then deal with all those children again in a matter of hours. And I'm going to get myself ready for a wedding tomorrow. So,
ooh,
Who's
friends
getting married
of
tomorrow?
mine, they're literally what I call the little couple because he's 5'4", she's 5 foot nothing, and my fiance loves it because she's 5'3", and she's like,
I'm
"Oh my god, wait."
5'3".
I am still the shortest fucking person in
My
the
fiance
room.
is
This
still just,
bullshit.
she's absolutely excited because she's like, "Oh my god, I'm taller than some white people." Okay, I might be imposing that. I think it's funny, but
Fuck that. It's not funny. It's fucking hilarious.
Exactly.
Fuck that shit. That shit is
So,
fucking hilarious.
Brian and Lexi, thank you for letting us occupy this
Thank you
hour and a
guys
bit
for
of your
coming out.
time. Jen, thank you for showing up, and AJ, you stay gorgeous.
well,
Oh my god! You are
This
not
is
fucking
why I
taking over
can't
my
have
show,
guy
I swear
friends,
to
is because
fucking
it just
God.
turns into this love fest.
I will literally burn everything you love to the ground. You are not taking my show.
No, he won't. It won't happen like that. So anyways, thanks everybody for joining us. Thank you for listening. And I think I'm about to hit stop now.
well, thank you for having us.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure. Good night, everybody.
See ya.
The Not Another Atheist podcast experience is run by Jen and Keith. If you wish to contact the hosts, please write to nehehp@gmail.com. They can be found at facebook.com/NotAnotherAtheistPodcast or search Not Another Atheist Podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play to subscribe and leave reviews. What?
Oh, great. So now we're going to sit here and talk about
Yeah,
my
I know.
fucking
We totally missed the mouth hugs thing.
chore of blowing my boyfriend.
And AJ's
Great.
dick and all that good
Damn
stuff.
it.
Hang on, I gotta adjust one of my microphones.
Great. Yo, you're like
Yes, it's
echoing
called I
like a
have two
motherfucker
computers
right now.
running.
It's like a glitch in a fucking matrix. Dude.
Nerd.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I was talking about him.
Keith, have you been like stepping up your workout
A
game?
little bit.
Holy fuck them arms, dude. The fucking gun show over here.
I
Goddamn.
needed to hear that.
Oh, shut up. Are you jealous?
No.
I am.
All right, there we go.
We're best friends.
I'm not gonna lie.
You want him to sit in on this one? Because apparently he's way more fucking entertaining than me tonight.
No, I want him to. I want him to watch. I like it when he watches.
I'm picking up my panties and I'm going home. Okay.
Warning: the following podcast does have an explicit tag, and we would hate to disappoint it. Are you ready? Okay. You're listening to Not Another Atheist Podcast, the Ramble Without a Cause podcast that breaks down issues in the secular humanist community and tries each week to push the limits of the explicit tag. I'm the polite Canadian Keith, and joining me as always is the New York born and bound bundle of attitude, Jen. Jen, thank you as always.
So tired.
You know what? It's Tuesday. We can't even make a joke about having a case of Demundish.
Oh,
But,
fuck
you
you.
know,
Yo, like,
you know, us working
my
folk.
kid's out of the house like 7 hours a day for school.
Yeah, how the fuck are you so tired?
I'm so not a morning person, and I have to be. But I really don't want to be. And even like on the weekends or days off, I'm like, I still have to get up early because I have to keep him on the schedule. And I'm like, oh, child, just get older so you can wake yourself up, please.
Wait, what time are you getting up in the mornings?
6:30ish, 6:45ish.
Oh, okay. So you're getting up like an hour and a bit before me, because I'm doing the same thing, but I'm doing it for me to try to kick my ass into being a better
getting
person.
him off to school and then working, and then I'm like, I have so much shit in this house that I need to get in order that I can't do when you have a 5-year-old with his head firmly planted in your fucking ass all day. So I'm like, I want to get all the things done, and then I'm like, I'm so fucking tired.
I thought he was almost as tall as you by now.
He's not far. He's not far. I think he's 3'7" and I'm 4'10". And he's 5.
Fuck, that's adorable.
I know. He's so skinny. He's bony as fuck, but he's super fucking tall. He's now the tallest kid in his class. His new class is the tallest one. And he has a crush.
Oh?
So we go to the orientation, and there's this little girl sitting in front of us, and she keeps turning around and smiling at him in the lunchroom. She's super sweet. She's super cute.
Oh.
So they start calling the names, and they call off, this is this one's teacher and whatever. And they called her name right after his. So I was like, oh, that's cool. She's in his class. Well, she sits next to him too, like directly to his side next to him.
Oh my lord!
She's so fucking cute too. She's so goddamn cute. And we're sitting there listening to the teacher's spiel and about what a class in is and who she is and whatnot. And she put these little color sheets, little fucking printed out papers for the kids to color with. And she had said to the class, the crayons in the middle of the table are to share with everyone. So I asked him if he wants to color a picture. He's like, yeah. I said, okay, get some crayons. I said, but you got to share these with everyone. He takes a crayon out and fucking hands it to her. First, without taking his own crayon, he hands her one.
Oh shit!
And yellow was his favorite color this week. What color do you think the crayon was? Oh yes. So he finishes coloring his picture, and I was like, read. There's a stack of books on the table. Read to her. He's sitting there, starts reading to her.
How did she take it?
She listened. She seems very quiet, like he is. She's not this big, energetic, loud kid. But my son's best friend is in his kindergarten class this year. Now the rule is they can share a cubby, but they cannot sit next to each other because they're trouble. He sees his homeboy walk in, right? Takes one look at this girl, takes his book, goes and sits next to his homeboy. I was like, bro, people fucking hoes already. Oh my god. Here we go.
Oh,
Here we go. I'm like, I can see exactly what all your relationship problems are going to come from right now.
Oh my god.
And you're going to learn a hard lesson that there are some things that your girl could do for you that your boys never will. And you need to remember that.
Yeah,
but
let's
he's
face
starting
it,
tomorrow. He's going to be sitting next to her all day. And she's so goddamn cute. And she's quiet. And she's polite. But I took one look at this child, and I could see the attitude in those eyes. And I'm like, boy.
Damn, boy.
Boy, you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
Oh, jeebus.
Go ahead. So...
That is so adorable.
He's officially the class of 2030. I have a child that is a class of.
God damn.
Yeah. Discussing it with my boyfriend the other week. And I realized just how fucking old I'm going to be when my son graduates high school.
You're gonna be close to 50.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna be 40.
Yep, wait. Yep. Yeah.
I'll be 41.
Hold on, let me get the calculator out real quick. Because I'm not mathing tonight.
No, I'm gonna be 41 and you're gonna be like 47.
So 2030 minus 2017 is 13 years. So I'm 35. 13. I'll be 48.
You're gonna be old as fuck.
Do you know how old my boyfriend will be?
He'll be 34.
He will be 36, which is a year older than I am right now.
Cradle Robert.
Yes. I now feel like the most horrible fucking human being on the goddamn planet.
Why?
But okay, my kid will be an adult, and he will be a year older than I am right now.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel fucking weird. It makes me feel fucking weird as shit, dude. Weird as shit. But I'm into the guy, so it ain't weird enough for me.
We've noticed. Yeah. But we've got a quick little show to keep our listeners.
Being my proud mommy.
We gotta keep our listeners, aware that we do know that they're there, and we do appreciate their continued support, even though we're not really around much. But
yeah, we gotta work on it.
Yeah. So why don't we move into the few news stories that we've decided we're gonna go into.
That have come to dominate our fucking news feeds all goddamn day.
You know what? We'll save the best for last.
No.
You want to start off with the outrage right now?
Yes, absolutely.
You want to start out with the fact that apparently there is currently a debate going on in America about what it means to truly be an American. Because now apparently you can be both a neo-Nazi or a white supremacist and an American, even though there was a fucking world war about that.
White supremacists anymore.
No, white nationalists.
They're the alt-right.
The alt-right just encompasses far too much, and
I was thinking about it today. I was thinking about something today, right?
I'm listening.
We're in 2017, right?
Are we?
We're supposed to be.
That's what my calendar says, so alright.
Children are dying of measles, and there's Nazis in the street.
Wait a second. Last year, Clinton was in the White House, and the Backstreet Boys were touring, so we were in the 90s last year, and now we're just exponentially going further and further back in time. So I guess tomorrow we're gonna watch, or next year we're gonna watch Jesus walk on water.
I don't know, but yeah, we now have children dying of measles and mumps and whooping cough, and we have actual Nazis in the fucking street again. So we went from 2017 to 1942.
At the current rate of expansion. Oh, sorry. Next year will be the Crusades.
Yeah,
the year after that, the Roman Empire will be retaking.
Exactly.
I get it. It's all
That,
starting with
the Vikings
Marcon.
are gonna, the year after that, the Vikings are gonna come back and start pillaging shit.
Oh, I so cannot wait. I want to join them.
Frankly, I am welcoming this.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm down. I've got a few years to prepare for this. Let's do it.
Somebody actually tweeted that if North Korea starts launching nukes, George R.R. Martin better fucking tweet who's on the Iron Throne in Game of Thrones.
I heard that.
And this is the point that Americans are at right now. Well, we're like, you know what? Fuck it.
Oh, funny little minor aside about Game of Thrones. My coworkers watch it, and the other day, yesterday, I guess it would have been. So today is Tuesday the 15th.
Yes.
Yesterday the 14th. They were talking about it, and my boss looks at me. He goes, "Wait, have you seen it?" I go, "Actually, I'm like 7 seasons behind." And they started laughing, and I was like, "I don't get it." But anyways, sorry, you were talking.
Ha ha ha! What a fucking funny hokey ass joke. Mm-hmm.
Listen. My brain is not working right now.
Neither is mine.
I wake up at 7 a.m.
I'm going to apologize for the quality of this show right now because our brains
Fuck
are
it.
not functioning.
Let's own it. Let's just, you know what? Let's just pile drive right the fuck through this. So,
Yeah.
George R.R. Martin, here are our words. Please, just appease Jen if North Korea fires a nuke.
Please. I mean, if the launch
Tell her.
go off, just tweet it. Like, you know what? We don't even give a shit anymore about nuclear war. We don't even fucking care. Because clearly, this country needs a fucking do-over. Like, we need a redo. Just let us know. That's all. Just let us know. That's all we need to know.
Yeah, let's start America right from the
Jesus
top again.
fucking Christ. Like, I'm sitting there Saturday morning. We all gotten up. We're all getting over this nasty fucking cold that was running through the house. And, we make some coffee, and we're gonna get shit organized, and, just kind of fuck around for the day. Get some organization and shit. And I started hearing about this fucking protest. So I was like, fuck it, let's put on CNN. And I'm watching the entire situation degrade live before my eyes. Like, yeah, okay, you see the fucking neo-Nazis and you see the left, and, you know, they're doing their thing, and then it was like a fucking blink of an eye. Shit went fucking crazy. And we're all sitting here like, I was like, am I literally watching neo-Nazis beat black people on television? Okay, so for those of you who might not know what the fuck is going on, we have had a sudden surge recently to start removing Confederate monuments from state capitals, from public land, whatever, because
your leader-in-chief doesn't actually support losers. He likes people who win.
Probably, but it's more of a racist type of thing. Like, on the Capitol building in Nashville, there's actually a bust of Buford Forrest, who was a slave trader, fought for the Confederacy, and then wound up heading the Ku Klux Klan, and then was ceremoniously booted out of the Klan, and then turned on the Klan. Like, this is the type of shit that they put up in the South. And, you know, people are like, this probably isn't right to be displaying this as something to be proud of on, you know, public and government buildings. You know, put it in a museum where it kind of needs to be. So, Charlottesville, Virginia,
Yes.
they were taking down some monuments. I can't remember which ones now, but they were taking down some monuments. And the alt-right showed up to protest, you know, their history and protest the systematic wiping out of white culture, I think is what they were.
Hashtag white genocide.
But yeah, white genocide shit. Hashtag white genocide shit. And it had started the night before where they were literally, I mean, and this is the pinnacle of white over financial privilege. They actually took tiki torches and were marching in the street with tiki torches.
It wasn't even tiki torches. They were citronella torches.
Yeah, they were citronella tiki torches. Like, they literally poured...
Because they were worried about mosquitoes.
Yeah, because, you know, God forbid they got bit by fucking mosquitoes. You know,
Well, black people, mosquitoes, malaria, racism, you know.
Oh, wow. This is like Inception level shit. Holy shit. And
You're welcome.
Then the next day was the planned, you know, big during the day march and shit. And, excuse me, people from the left came out to counter protest and yada yada, same old shit. And somehow it turned violent. Like,
wait, you're telling me that there were white supremacists there protesting shit,
but I mean, like,
attacking my microphone, and then it got violent? I am shocked, Jen. Shocked.
I mean, I've seen the Klan fucking go speak and shit and everything else, and you know, the people kind of just let them be fucking stupid about it. You know, they're gonna fucking spout off this shit, and, you know, you let them say what the fuck they're gonna say, and they go home. You know, they look like fucking assholes in the street, and, you know, a couple people show up, and they kind of just yell shit back and forth at each other, and fucking everybody goes home. But this somehow just, I don't even know why or how it got violent, but it just got violent. And I mean, like, there was a fucking riot in the goddamn street in Charlottesville, Virginia, which culminated into
the most peaceful of
Charlottesville.
20
20-year-old alt-right member plowing his car into a crowd of leftist protesters, and killed a woman. Killed a 32-year-old woman. And
oh yeah, and did you hear what the Daily Stormer had to say about her?
oh, is that she's a fat pig and she's childless and whatever.
Yeah. Oh god, I read that and I was just like, I'm being trolled, right? This is trolling?
I actually read that this morning and I was like, I'm being fucking trolled. Like, there's not enough coffee in the fucking world right now because I'm being fucking trolled, right? Like,
yeah, and I think actually the company, I think it's GoDaddy, who they get their domain through.
Yeah, they pulled it, and then Google is now pulling search results from them as well. But, you know,
do not piss off Google.
Yeah, don't, man. Google,
they are the few people
Google
who can actually erase your existence.
World. Like,
you want to talk Illuminati?
That's
like
pissing off Skynet.
The Google-ati.
Yeah, that's the
Google-ati.
This shit is like modern day fucking Skynet. Like, don't fucking piss them off now. Anyway,
it's just run by humans, though. It's fine.
Yeah, okay, so we think. Anyway, and the shitstorm that has led after this. clearly, you know, the right news articles, according to them, she was a fat waste of space because she was a childless woman. And childless women are wastes of resources. I don't even know how the fuck they came to that conclusion, but okay, whatever. And, you know, Trump, you know, we're all waiting on Trump to not fucking say something. waiting. And he said, and I watched that fucking press conference, and he said nothing. He didn't condemn anything. He was like, you know...
No, all sides are wrong.
He was like, you know, wrong things were done by both sides, and we need to come together, and, you know, we need to make this country about love and peace and come together. And he kept saying fucking come together. And I'm like...
I think he was watching Bukkake the night before.
I don't even know.
And that's where he got the idea from.
I don't even know. But he said nothing about it. And then he was forced to come out and say that he condones white supremacy. Meanwhile, David Duke literally said that Donald Trump was his bitch.
Okay, we have to read the tweet. I do have the tweet.
Oh, yes!
I sent this to you, and I have to... I have to read this. Okay, so... Donald Trump's original tweet that David Duke quoted was, "We all must be united and condemn all that hate stands for. There is no place for this kind of violence in America. Let's come together as one." Creepy, but okay. Beatles, fine. Whatever. I know he hates immigrants and they're not, you know, American, but alright, whatever, fine.
Okay, whatever, fine.
So, Davy Duke, who looks like melted Martha Stewart, quoted that tweet.
Of the Ku Klux Klan.
Oh, is he? I thought he was former.
I thought he...
You do that, I'm going to read his tweet. He said, "I would recommend you take a good look in the mirror and remember it was white Americans who put you in the presidency, not radical leftists." So, congratulations, Donald Trump. You are David Duke's bitch.
He is the former Imperial Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. He is former.
Right.
Who's the Imperial Wizard now?
God, Imperial Wizard. That is, like, I like the name.
It's actually funny that I brought up Buford Forrest because they called him some kind of wizard or something, and he was the first head of the Ku Klux Klan, and that's where they came up with Imperial Wizard.
Imperial Wizard, like, that's fuck the KKK for taking these cool titles. But this is the man whose bust
is on display in the in the Tennessee State Capitol.
Oh, okay.
Okay, apparently Frank Ancona was a so-called Imperial Wizard of the Missouri faction of the Klan, was found shot dead from a single gunshot wound to the head. His wife and stepson have been charged with murder back in February.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah.
That's happy. Happy thoughts. Huh. Anyways, okay, so Melania is his wife, right?
Melania, yeah.
Okay. Well, she came out and condemned white supremacy, and then lo and behold, a little while later, he had to too. Part of me kind of wonders if she, like, threatened to not give him a sponge bath that night, and that's why he's like,
or she threatened to not pay for the Russian hookers to pee on him that night.
You know, with the diet in Russia, I don't think that their pee would taste as good as it could. You know,
for the alcohol content, or just the food?
I mean, you get drunk off of it, so yeah. I mean, it would be very sanitary. So I mean, at least there's that. At least you could say that about a Russian prostitute's urine. Is that the amount of vodka? Yeah. She's got more vodka in her blood than blood, so at least there's that.
But yeah, even the food, I can't imagine that this would be.
It might really be more starchy.
Potent, and that might be why he's more into it.
Yeah, it's he's dead inside, so all of his senses are really dulled.
But like, when it comes to kink, you kind of keep chasing the higher.
Well, yeah, it's like meth. Once you get that first high, you just got to keep having more and more and more. You got to up it.
He likes the potency from it.
That would be one hell of a way to get drunk. That's for damn sure. Huh. Interesting. Well, now that image is burning in everybody's mind, so that's awesome.
We're all gonna be thinking about Donald Trump getting peed on.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we already wish that would happen in the public square to begin with, just so we could all laugh at him for it. But we all know he'd be
from it. Like, we don't want it to be a good thing.
So I guess it should have to be like a. You know what? I got it. It's gonna have to be a trans person from the military peeing on him in the public square.
A trans Hispanic person from the military.
A trans Muslim Hispanic person from the military?
Ooh, we're getting good here.
Ooh. All right. If you know of anybody who meets that description and is willing
Please
to pee
let
on
us
this man,
know.
please contact
Let
us.
us know. We
Contact us.
Contact us.
Contact info is at the end of the show.
can make this shit happen.
All right. Yeah,
But
no
yeah,
kidding. And then he doubled down.
He doubled down, and then he turned around and said, the left was just as guilty. And now, like, every major businessman that was on sort of reconstruction team has quit.
But don't worry, he's got terrific people that are all lining
And
up.
apparently,
Cannot wait for the position.
Steve Bannon is now under fire because he's running his mouth too much. And Steve Bannon is the poster child for, I wouldn't say alt-right, as in many others, like that fucking, who's that weird gay guy? I can't think of his name now. With the blonde hair.
Milo?
Milo, thank you. I can't fucking think of his name. I was gonna say Nico for some reason. Anyway.
Yeah.
But, he's not the most tolerable of other races, Batman.
Really? I'm
So now
shocked.
he's under fire.
Well, who was it that, because after the Mooch left, which, by the way, I'm very sad that we did not get the chance to talk about this guy before he left, because he motherfucker lasted 10 days.
Schedule, Keith.
Yeah, blame me for your
Fucking
problems, damn it.
He turned around and Scaramucci said that all the internal leaks from the White House are coming from Bannon.
Okay, so I was right on that one.
And the Mooch, you kind of almost want to believe him, but he runs his fucking mouth so much that you don't know if you should.
I'm sorry, he reminded me way too much of that kid, and I really hope everybody listening can remember the movie The Christmas Story. The bully's sidekick? Tell me that wasn't the Mooch.
Oh my god. Yeah. That was the Mooch.
Both in looks and personality.
Yeah. And another hint of irony in America. The movie Dunkirk came out a couple weeks ago. And it's about the siege at Dunkirk, the story of Dunkirk in World War II. And that and it didn't involve, I don't think it involved any American forces. I think it was French and British.
It was mostly the French. Yeah, it was all French and British.
Right,
it was before the Americans entered.
Right, I may be mistaken if I am. Somebody please correct me. Like I said, my brain's not working properly. But Dunkirk is number 2 at the box office right now.
Really?
Dunkirk is number 2 at the box office in America, where they are watching a movie about fighting fucking Nazis while Nazis are marching in the fucking street. And I wonder how many of those Nazis that were protesting actually went to see Dunkirk that weekend.
Well, they're military fetishists, so they probably are all like, oh my god, there's guns.
The only reason I'm even thinking about seeing that movie is because Harry Styles is in it, but anyway. He's probably going to die.
I'm going to talk to my brother about taking my dad to see it, because my dad is a huge World War II, he's really into the history of it.
Yes, I mean, World War II and the American Civil War and the American Revolutionary War, I'm like a huge buff about. So,
yeah.
I'm actually pretty curious to see it. But it's like,
yeah.
The number 2 movie in the country is about fighting Nazis, and there's Nazis in the street, and people are saying...
And your president is currently defending neo-Nazis.
Yeah, and people are saying that it's their First Amendment right now. I'm a little controversial on this. I don't agree with Canada's hate speech law. I don't. I do believe that they have every right to say whatever the fuck they're saying. I have walked past many Klan rallies. I have walked past protests from every race condemning another race. I think they have every fucking right to say any fucking thing they want to. You want to look like a fucking idiot, that's on you. Now, granted, when shit starts inciting, okay, have the cops watch it. When shit turns violent is when it becomes a crime.
That's the difference.
Right, I'm fine with them fucking saying, fucking kill all black people and let them fucking talk what they want to fucking talk. This is our history and, educate. Fucking let them look like fucking idiots. They look fucking stupid. Just running their fucking mouth. Granted, yes, when shit turns violent, alright, then it's a crime, but I kind of agree with let them say what they're gonna fucking say.
See, I hold that opinion insofar as I believe we as a public, have a right to know who among us is the most dangerous based off of their opinions. And I think so. And what is funny is that a lot of these people, and this is capitalism coming back to bite these people in the ass as they're going, oh my god, socialism's the worst. Capitalism for all. Yippee-yi-yay. Sucking at the cock of capitalism, expecting that it's somehow going to reward them for this deviant behavior. All the while, it's actually coming back to bite them in the ass because these people's pictures at the rallies are being sent to their employers, who are in turn firing them because they don't want that. But how dare they? How dare they police and silence free speech like that? But it's not free speech that's being silenced. It's employers running to use this marketability to distance themselves from a bad image.
I'm very much the law is kind of black and white to me in a lot of cases. And our First Amendment here in America, sorry I lost my earbud. But our First Amendment in America does the, no, you can't state-sponsored religion as part of it. The second part is the free speech covers persecution. As in, you can't get arrested for saying what the fuck you're going to say. The government can't come lock you up for saying the president's an asshole. You can't be, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Arrested? Persecuted?
Persecuted for what? On excuse me, on a government federal level.
Okay.
On a government federal level. That does not stop a private employer for saying you don't fit the mold for this company, especially if you live in a right to work state where they can fire you for anything. This is a private company. They are not being told to answer to federal law enforcement.
Yeah.
You are not.
No, and that's
there's no way to. I mean, it's like if you want to turn around and say free speech and I shouldn't lose my job because of free speech. So that means that, say you own a business and one of your workers is going around trash talking the business, you can't fire them. It goes hand in hand.
See, and this is I tie this into, and somewhat loosely, is just the volatility that is a free market. We saw this with the couple that owned the bakery that refused to make the gay cake. Didn't they end up going out of business because everybody voted with their wallets and boycotted them?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, you can't call that suppression.
I'm torn on that because on one end, I do feel like it's a private business, but this is discriminatory over something somebody doesn't have control over.
Exactly. It was a discriminatory practice based off of a bigoted point of view.
But if you're going to open your fucking mouth and carry a tiki torch and say you want to kill black people, and you're supporting the enslavement of human beings, and you're for, racial purity on a genocidal scale, that's your fucking dumbass. That's your dumbass decision. People didn't decide to be gay, just like people didn't decide to be black during the civil fucking rights movement.
Nope.
Believe me, and if somebody says being gay is a choice, I know many, many fucking people that wish they could have chosen to make their lives easier.
Oh, see, Jim, with an old coworker of mine, he still works with her whenever she's not on medical leave. She's Muslim, and she's firmly of the opinion that, being gay is a choice. And he goes, okay, choose to be attracted to women. Well, I can't do that. Why not? Well, I just can't do that. Well, then it's not a fucking choice if you cannot actively flip that switch.
I like dick. I am a straight heterosexual. I shouldn't even say straight because that implies crooked as well. I am a heterosexual fucking female. I am a heterosexual female who loves monogamy. I am the most boring fucking person on the goddamn planet.
Except once we explore your kinks and then we realize just how into Game of Thrones you really are, you sick fuck. You and your incest porn, God.
Anyway, as far
brothers
as
fucking
the
sisters,
label
dragons
with
eating women,
I have the most boring relationship ever. We are both heterosexual and we are both fully for monogamy in our relationship. We prefer monogamy. It's I know we're so bad. Anyway. But that's what makes us happy. And I can't turn around and be like, okay, suddenly, polyamory or open relationships work for me and I want to fuck women. I have no desire to. I have absolutely no desire to. And that's not something I could just be like, okay, I'm going to fuck a chick now. No. Because I'm not gay. I'm not bisexual.
Are you sure?
Believe me. I like my dick.
Alright.
I like it.
Oh my god.
I like it.
Like my dick!
Dick!
No. My M apostrophe dick.
My dick. It's my dick, my lord. Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my god.
This is what we have become, ladies
we're
and
getting
gentlemen.
into the delirium
Brothers,
and
sisters,
of
comrades, and
exhaustion at
allies.
this point. But if you're gonna be fucking dumb enough to go marching through, and I'm sorry, you know what fucking killed me? It wasn't the citronella candles. It was the perfectly pressed polos that they were wearing. That was the clincher for me. It's like their mommies were ironing their polos to go protest anyone who wasn't white.
Oh, there was this Twitter thread. I have to find it because it was fucking hilarious, and it totally ripped apart the notion of white people being oppressed. I did retweet it on my personal Twitter, and I'll retweet it on my atheist and YYC one. Let's see. There's something about. God damn it! Where'd it go? It was something about. Oh, right. So he's talking about white people. It says, give them a world where their polo shirts make people nervous, so they're kicked off the flight from Pittsburgh to Indianapolis. I'm sorry, if I see a dude with a polo shirt, especially if that popped collar or that
Yo,
collar's
if I
popped,
see a dude
I'm not
with a
comfortable
polo
as fuck.
shirt that's coming out of fucking Target, I'm fucking worried.
No, to be fair, I actually own a couple of polo shirts. One of them I actually think I look really damn good in, and I wore to a job interview.
My fucking kid owns polo shirts. Like,
yeah, but the point of the matter is if your name is Jeff with a G-E-O instead of a J-E because you're fucking weird like that, and you're white, and you're wearing a polo, odds are you got no problem in society, buddy.
No, if your idea of marching in a protest is a citronella tiki torch and not a fucking Molotov cocktail, clearly things are probably going well for you.
You do not need to upset the system.
No, the system.
In order to make them notice you because they've told you to sit down.
If you want
and
to
shut
upset
up.
the system for people that are being oppressed by the system, then that's fucking great. Get your fucking polo and your tiki torch and let's fucking march for some shit. But.
So.
And do you know what else I noticed? That group was overwhelmingly male. I did not see one woman there.
That's because, like dwarves, white supremacist women look a lot like the men. It's the beards. No, I'm sorry. That was horrible to say. I shouldn't have said that.
Wow, that was yet another Inception level shit. Because that could have.
That was a Lord of the Rings reference.
That could have so many other meanings. That could have so.
I made a Lord of the Rings.
Oh my god, folks,
I made a Tolkien.
we are fucked right now. We are now referencing Martin and Tolkien, and we're making Inception. Jesus fucking Christ! I gotta get some goddamn sleep. But yeah, that's what's going on this week. A bunch of fucking white boys in polos and tiki citronella torches got incredibly fucking violent. One mowed down a group of people and killed a woman. And the president won't condemn white supremacy. So,
no,
to
because
recap.
all sides are wrong.
To recap, we are currently, the United States is currently at a standoff with a small, crazy nation who's threatening to bomb the living shit out of us. Children are dying of measles and whooping cough, and there are Nazis marching in the street. Ladies and gentlemen, we have officially walked back into 1942.
1942 here. We want our bigotry and stupidity back.
Yeah.
Also,
actually, it's oddly enough,
we keep the high pants?
It is an Asian country who is threatening to bomb and obliterate us.
Jesus fucking Christ, it is 1942 again. Well,
holy shit, it's fucking 1942.
Huh.
Oh my god.
So, to sum up before we move on, because we went a little overboard on that topic. To sum up, I don't give a shit that the leftists got a little violent. I really don't. Somebody was fucking run over with a goddamn car. There's no logical reason to say all sides were wrong, okay? Everybody did something stupid. Feelings were hurt. Words were said. And we should all just move on and love each other. No, fuck you. Somebody got goddamn run down by a car. And now I get to see stupid goddamn jokes about not dodging vehicles because it was a Dodge Challenger.
Actually, I saw a fucking terrible meme that I laughed at. Terrible.
Of course
oh my
you did.
god, it was terrible. I still feel like a fucking horrible human being for this. It was Sally Ride who died on the Challenger space shuttle. And dude that ran people over.
Oh, no.
And it said, who had a tougher ride than Challenger?
Oh,
And I was like, I'm a fucking horrible human being right now.
No, why? No, Jen, no. Come on, we had the moral high ground.
I'm a fucking horrible human being. I am fucking
Ugh,
horrible.
terrible. You're the worst.
I'm fucking terrible. It's disgusting.
So now I want you to tell us about the Taylor Swift.
This is why
thing.
you don't have children, because it turns you into a fucking horrible human being. Taylor Swift. So, I don't remember what fucking year it was. A year or two ago or some shit.
It was like 2015.
Some
She
shit.
got her ass grabbed by a
Yeah,
radio
she
DJ.
was doing some kind of meet and greet or whatever, and dude was taking pictures with her. And he reached up under her skirt and grabbed her ass. Like,
With his girlfriend right
with his
beside
girlfriend right
her.
fucking there, he pulled some Robin Thicke type shit, right? So he winds up suing her because she said something and he lost his job at the radio station because they were like, yo, fuck you, you're not gonna grope our fucking artists. What the fuck is wrong with you? He was suing her for loss of wages and all that and all that.
Yeah, he was trying to sue her for like, what, $1.5 million?
Something like that. She in turn said, fuck you, and sued him for $1 for damages. $1.
It's a symbolic. It was all about the symbolism
Right, she
of
was
the,
like, no,
because she got to sue him for an amount.
Right, yeah, you gotta put down the amount. So she countersues him. And she gets up on the stand. And, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of hers, but I admire
I
her
am
fucking lady
not
balls.
a fan of her.
She was, like, looking at his lawyer and being like, no, he grabbed my ass.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, there were pictures taken from the front, and she goes, well, I wasn't aware that my ass was in the front of my body. Last I knew it was in the back. And she's fucking spitfiring this shit. And I'll give it to her. I'll give it to her.
Damn.
She fucking, the lady balls on her were amazing. And they wound up throwing the case out against her, and he now has to pay her $1. Which is a stark difference from the Kesha case.
I know. Isn't it funny how that worked the fuck out?
It's a stark difference from the Kesha case. And I'm only hoping that maybe somebody somewhere is learning from it.
We can hope, but I don't have that
But
bright of a...
damn, girl, she's
optimism
like,
for
no, fuck
humanity.
you. I'm gonna sue you for $1. Fuck you.
Yeah. No, I gained some respect for her. I mean, I can't stand her music.
I
I
like
think
her
her
music.
music
I
career
like
has been
I
big.
like some of her music. I don't like her.
I respect the hell out of her for this.
I
though.
respect the fuck out of her for this, but I think that this
Because-
whole nice smile shit that she puts on is completely not her. I think she's probably behind the scenes like a micromanaging 24/7 bridezilla.
Oh god. Oh god, please no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, like,
no.
like,
no.
this is,
no.
This is the vibe I get from her, and the way she is with her fans is awesome. She's really like fan involved, which is cool. But I got
Right.
this feeling that's all a fucking image. But you know, and then it pisses me off too that you know we had this, you know, the women's marches and everything else, and they're wearing those stupid fucking pussy hats on their heads. Which that's a whole other fucking episode. All the shit I found wrong with the fucking women's march. But anyway. They were getting on her for not coming out and saying anything because, you know, she's such a force in, you know, music, and she's such an idol for so many women, so young women. And I'm like, no, this is what you do. You get the fuck up there. You don't fucking march in the street with some dumbass knit fucking hat that you paid $75 on fucking Etsy for and go fucking running and screaming and not saying anything. She went to court, faced her accuser in court, didn't back down.
I genuinely hope that because a lot of her fan base is younger women, that they see this and they grow up knowing that they do not have to put up with this kind of treatment. I seriously hope that this is a generational marker.
It's okay to fight back, and just you don't have to take it because you're a woman and you have a shorter skirt on, or you know you're in the industry and you're expected to take it as a woman. That no, you can stand
exactly,
because that was a blow when it came down to Kesha. That was a big blow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at the way this woman was crying. she was a victim, as being continuously victimized. And I'll give it to Taylor Swift. She did something that a lot of society tells her is wrong to do. And not that it's never wrong for a victim to stand up for themselves. And I'm not going to sit there and say you have to and force people to, because I understand that it's a very personal journey. And it's something very personal to do. But she stood up and said, no, it's not okay. And was fierce about it. She wasn't coy about it, like, well, maybe my skirt was too short.
No,
she
wasn't. She flat out said his hand was on my ass.
He grabbed my ass, and she looked his lawyer in the face and fucking ripped his shit apart. And
and the annoying thing is had this guy learned his fucking lesson and not tried to sue her, this wouldn't have happened.
No, but it's that
because the fragile fucking male ego got in the way. Oh, how dare you ruin my life because you didn't let me get away with something that I should be allowed to get away with.
Violating your body.
Yeah. For just deciding that I get to do what I want. I get to
touch another human being any fucking which way I want to.
So to your point of understanding not everybody has the ability or is going to be able to fully stand up and confront their attacker, somebody who does something like this to them, their attacker, right? That's the word for it. I hope this can create kind of an inoculation to support a social herd immunity to something like this, where it causes enough men to stand up and realize that this behavior is not okay. And not only is it not okay, the ones who do think it's okay are going to be afraid that they'll get called out.
I'll give props to this fucking judge too. I will give fucking props to this judge for actually standing up in months where we're seeing Kesha not be released from her contracts and Brock Turners of the world and cops that are being found given probation for assaulting women. This fucking judge stood up and was like, no, I don't give a shit how powerful this fucking industry is. This is wrong. This is wrong, and you sexually assaulted her. You violated her. You sexually assaulted her. And it's starting to show that the system does work sometimes. And it's okay to be strong. And it's not going to work for everybody. Which is sad, but it's not going to work for everybody.
No.
But it's a start.
It's everything has to have a start, and I sincerely hope that enough women can hear this and know that they don't have to put up with it. And I hope that men, on the whole, can start getting better about this shit, because in all honesty, we can be better. We should be better.
You're right.
We have to be better.
And what I've noticed, like, guys that act like this, if you turn around and say, what if someone had done it to your mother or your sister, how fucking angry they get.
Well, defensive, like that asshole who sent you those pictures of Jennifer Lawrence. She would never do something stupid and slutty like that. Well, I'm sorry, you're still masturbating to her, which clearly means you want to fuck her.
I'm somebody's mother.
Right.
I'm a mom. I'm somebody's sister. I may have a few photos in the trove,
but you're also a human being with a sex life.
Of technology, and but and my son,
you should see the dick pics Jen has sent me.
Fabulous one, man. Fucking artistic shit. I only send you my best shit.
Dicks are the future. Just the best angles of Jen's dick.
I only send you my best. I dress that fucker up for you. Anyway.
Tuxedos and googly eyes.
Yeah, and little fucking frog legs and shit, and little elephant noses. It's fabulous. But I'm sure my kid is gonna look at me and be like, "My mother would never do that." And it's like, no, baby, your mother would. Your mother does worse shit than you would think that. Besides sending a nude picture.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, all y'all parents have had that time when you did some,
Where you're hoping
when
your
you did
kids
some
don't know
nasty
shit
ass
about your
shit,
life.
and your kid gets up right afterwards, and you're like, "Oh God, don't look at me." like it's like that is the worst shame because I've had it happen. So this is nasty shit, and then like 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, he's gotten up, and I've had to like go in and make sure he was okay, and he like wants to hug me and kiss me, and I'm like, no.
Mommy's dirty.
No, like I don't even want to look my kid in the face because I feel so horrible.
That's
like
hilarious.
so horrible.
So we're gonna wrap up this episode with another large middle finger directed to the 45th president of the United States because fuck that guy and his false balancing earlobes.
At this point with his asshole, like
Yeah,
no
those
kidding. Foam things that you
and
shove over your finger when you've sprained it.
Or just one of those giant foam middle fingers. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I gotta hold my arm up.
Oh my god! If it's big enough, just wrap it around your head.
Ooh.
Just
I could probably
there you go.
holes in it and just fucking tie a string around it.
See? There you go. So fuck that guy, and a huge thank you to Taylor Swift for not for her musical contributions because I'm sorry you're still a horrible musician.
I like some of
but
her
thank you for
style is my
setting,
shit, yo. I'll pump that shit. I don't give a fuck.
But thank you for setting the stage for women everywhere to realize to feel confident in that they do not need to put up with this petty, fragile male
you're
ego.
not
I can do whatever I
property
want.
because you're a
Bullshit.
woman. That doesn't give
Exactly.
men free range opium.
Exactly. So, with that, thank you for tuning into our sporadic asses.
Yeah, we're trying to get better at this. The kid's back in school, so I'm back on somewhat of a schedule. Somewhat.
Somewhat. We'll see what my life's like. Anyways, good night,
Good
everybody.
night, everybody.
The Not Another Atheist podcast experience is run by Jen and Keith. If you wish to contact the hosts, please write to nehehp@gmail.com. They can be found at facebook.com/NotAnotherAtheistPodcast or search Not Another Atheist Podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play to subscribe and leave reviews. Let's just pile drive right the fuck through this. So,
The fuck is wrong with you? It's my dick, my lord. I like my dick, okay?
I'm picking up my panties and I'm going home. Okay.